One thing I hear all the time from people is this: I know what I should be doing, I just need more willpower. Eesh. Maybe you've said that to yourself. You've said that yourself, or maybe you've looked at someone who is successful or has successfully lost weight and kept it off and thought, they're just more disciplined than I am. Maybe you've said they're stronger than I am. Or maybe you've looked at them and said, they just have so much more self-control than I do. And honestly, I understand that. I understand why people would think that way. It's everywhere, imposter syndrome, right? But after helping people lose weight and maintain it for personally for almost 10 years, and I don't think that that's actually what's happening. See, we have to talk about this. Let's take a second and let's think about it. Some of the people I work with are incredibly successful in every other area in their lives. I mean, it's amazing. They run businesses, they manage teams, they've worked, very high positions within government, in the civilian world. They've raised families. They handle enormous responsibilities every day. They're not weak people. So if they're capable of doing all those things, why would food suddenly be the one area where they completely lack discipline? See what I'm saying? That explanation never made much sense to me. It just didn't, the way that I saw it, it's a little different. Most people aren't struggling because they lack willpower. I don't think that's it. I think that they're struggling because they're mentally exhausted. Think about how much energy people spend thinking about food, right? What should I eat? Should I eat now? Is this healthy? What does this label say? Is it too much food? Is it too little? What should I order at the restaurant? Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. And then, should I have dessert? Should I skip breakfast because I ate too much yesterday? Or even better, I'm gonna go for a run because I ate so much at the restaurant. I mean, come on, guys. It's exhausting just saying all of that out loud. One reason many people love GLP in the beginning is because it creates some quiet. It quiets the food noise. That food noise just gets turned down. Appetite isn't demanding attention all day. So therefore decisions feel easier. But here's what I think is important to note. The medication creates space. What you build inside that space is what determines what happens next. This is a key line. The people who maintain their weight long term usually don't have better willpower. They have fewer decisions to make. These people, they have developed routines, not rigid rules, not perfection, just routines. Let me give you an example. So this is how it would go. They know what breakfast usually looks like. They have a few lunches they rely on, and that means different menu items. They know how to handle a cookout, and they know what happens after a vacation. They don't need to reinvent the wheel every Monday. One thing that surprises people is that successful maintenance often feels incredibly normal. In fact, it can feel almost boring, and that's a good thing. Food isn't a constant project anymore. Do you see the switch? You're not thinking about food all day. You're not negotiating with yourself every few hours, and you're not sitting there trying to be perfect. You just have a routine that works. This is one of the biggest reasons people benefit from coaching during maintenance. Not because someone needs to tell them, not because they need someone telling them what to eat forever, but because coaching helps people build confidence in their routines that they build for themselves. Eventually, people stop asking, what should I do? And they start saying, I know what works for me. And they stick with that. That's a very different place to be at. Now, if you've been telling yourself that your problem is lack of willpower, I personally want you to consider another possibility. Maybe you're not lacking discipline. Maybe you're lacking a system, and that's not unusual. You're not alone in that. Perhaps maybe nobody ever showed you how to build a routine that works when life gets busy, stressful, with social events, and imperfect. That's exactly what we help people do. We help people move from constantly thinking about food to having a routine that feels normal and sustainable, something that works for them. If that's something that you'd like help with, schedule a free consultation using the link below in the description, or start with the GLP Success and Maintenance Guide. There's never, a charge for that to talk to us. The people who keep the weight off aren't usually the people with the strongest willpower. They're the people who build a routine they trust. And once that happens, everything starts to feel a lot easier. Wouldn't you like that for yourself?